Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 21, Nasdaq's up 17, S&Ps are up 3. And let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the first hour. Don't forget, folks, at TFNN, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we start live programming, 8 o'clock in the morning, go to 5 in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. All that programming you can get right on your cell phone. Just go to TFNN.com. On the browser, hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Basil's on every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. He's got a great program. Now, Basil also is going to be doing a great workshop. It's hard to believe that we are kicking into December, but we are. This workshop is going to start on December 6th. It's a 3-part workshop. It's going to go from 6 to 7:30 p.m. on December 6th. Then December 20th, 6 to 7:30. January 10th, 6 to 7:30. Bottom line, check it out on the front page of TFNN. If you happen to be a Chapman Wave subscriber, you can get a $100 discount. And guess what? You can be one right here, right now by coming over to our website, test driving the Chapman Wave. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Very well, thank you.
It's hard to believe that November's ended, huh?
I was just listening to you. Yeah, my webinar series is going from 2016 to 2017. Can you believe it?
How cool is that? I know, man. It's sick. It's just like, hey, it is what it is.
But the timing is really good because I think that coming up into December, the beginning of January, I think we're going to have to prepare for a lot of volatility, and It's going to be very exciting.
No, there's no. Well, you know what? There's a good quote. So check this out. I was just looking at this when you were just coming on. And what's happened, folks, is this, is that, since the election, bottom line, market huge rally, right? And then you got, this quote here is pretty good. Ever confident Steinlich confused about investing under President-elect Trump. Now, Barry Steinlich, folks, okay, is he's a billionaire. He runs all these hotels. Let's see, what is it? It's Starwood Capital, okay?
Right, Starwood, that's it.
Okay,
yes.
and what he's saying is that, bottom line, doesn't quite know what to make of the Trump presidency coupled with the Republican-led Congress. It's a good time to be cautious, the billionaire real estate executive said in a Bloomberg television interview today, allowing that he's confused these days about where to invest. And I suspect, folks, even though we made a run here, this market, we're going to see twists and turns out here, because
absolutely,
it's a brave new world, man.
Well put, yes. So this is going to be very interesting for two reasons. One is, in terms of timing, you can see what I've got here. I'm going to be teaching this, how you can use time frames. Here's on the left is the Dow Daily. It's a peak C, and I'll just quickly show this just to make it clear for those of you who are not used to the Chapman wave. We try to identify the lowest, most obvious low bar and merely count each successively higher peak.
Yes.
4 peaks higher gets you peak A, B, C, and D's where other things can happen. It's as simple as that. You try to identify the low, try to ride for at least 4 waves, and then we need other techniques. So where are we? We're in peak C in the Dow. We need 19,153. Almost got there this morning. This morning. And we need that to start a leg D. The weekly chart, I'm always very reluctant to talk about this, but I have to. This is a case where a peak F would be very negative and a peak A would be very positive. So anybody can say the market's going to go up and the market's going to go down. So what do? I use the daily as the rudder to steer me into how the weekly is going to perform. And it's just above resistance right now. And I'm going to be watching this one very carefully. The monthly now, I've already gone to the D in the Dow monthly chart. But normally I'd get very, very cautious right here. When I look at other aspects, for instance, we are still long the Dow. We'll stay long until we make that all-time high. Then I'll have to start deciding what to do. But if you go to the IWM, it's only at a peak B. In fact, we went long yesterday at the very sharp drop yesterday at the close. We went long and we're going to try to ride this to go to leg C and then a D. All of this takes me into next week if I'm to see these other indices which are not yet in leg C still make those Ds. So it says to me, at least for a little while, It's not telling me how high. I don't think we're going to go all that much higher, but I do believe we will make those requisite C's and D's in the IWM. The QQQ series is in leg C. It's kind of lagging, but I think it's going to squeak to a new recovery high. So that's what I'm looking at. So in terms of the course that I'm going to be doing, we first of all start with just counting the peaks, making it really simple. Where do you count them? Where do you restart the count? What happens if you have lower peaks underneath the first leg A? How do you count it? Just to make it really easy, and it's just an easy requirement. You don't have to. There's no great technical analysis involved. You need to just read the charts very carefully and make sure each penny, a penny below the previous high, makes a peak. It's as simple as that. So that's the one thing. Then I start adding the moving average and the moving average convergence divergence, the slow stochastic, which in fact is a set of moving averages. And here you can see in the daily, the stochastic and the Qs and even the Dow are still very strong. And for me, that is very important. 97.13, that's almost at the highs in the daily chart of the Dow. So that says to me, once again, it doesn't say how high, but it does say we should make higher highs. So these are techniques that I'm going to teach. So in the second session, we start putting the package together. How do you use the stochastic? It's so funny. I just showed you a peak D. Look at this. This is the 10-minute futures. What did it do? It went to a peak D right. I had drawn this left side, right side price time match. I'm going to teach that how you can use a measurement of the bars on the left and the bars on the right. And look, D, and there's the sharpest pullback we've had all day in this leg, this peak D that was made. That's a demonstration live of, what I'm going to be teaching for anyone trading the futures. Look at this. I call this the inside wedge Chapman wave resistance line, target line, and that line acted as resistance. So that's what I'm going to be teaching. And what's exciting for anyone joining, they'll be able to get my newsletter every day. We've got about I think 10 positions, and we got stopped out of one for a very small loss, and the others are doing very nicely. We're still short that EW. Remember, I mentioned it last week. That was Edwards Life Sciences, and even with all the days that we've had since I spoke to you last, look at this. Endless Life Sciences cannot rally. It's 121.41 is where we shorted, 121.75, 34 cents higher was the all-time high, so we were just pennies off the all-time high, and here it is at 84, and that was using the Chapman wave technique of a peak F with diverging technicals and a peak E in the daily in the weekly chart.
It looks like it's going to break the bottom again.
Oh, this is actually very sad because this is a fantastic company. Edwards Life Sciences, tissue heart valves, related repair products, but they're doing something wrong here. So these are all the techniques that we're going to be using. How do you draw a trend line? Look at this trend line I had drawn. It's one of the things that really helped me in Edwards Life Sciences. Just one trend line, and it took me to the whole series of rising highs. And then we got that turnaround right there, that peak E. And there's another technique that I'll be teaching is how to use something that I call the inside track, where you've got the resistance area. I'm making this red, and I'll make this green. And it says within this area, that's where you can expect to be a repellent. And I'll be teaching that. So it's very exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday night, we start.
And folks, you just come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right on the carousel. Hit the carousel. Come over. You can sign up right here, right now. Get a great education. Get a great newsletter. And, of course, then you can listen to Basil every day, 11 to 12. Basil, have a great night, safe night. We look forward to the program tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom. Have a great evening.
You too. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.